Good afternoon. Welcome to Game 2 here on Day 2 of the Budke Serna Classic on the campus of TVCC in Athens. Started out yesterday with this classic tournament, remembering two extraordinary coaches and even better people. Their lives were cut way too short. Their impact on basketball and young athletes will never be forgotten. Kurt Budke leading Trinity Valley Community College to 4 national championships before going on to Louisiana Tech and later at Oklahoma State. Coach Budke's dedicated assistant coach Miranda Serna had such a passion for the game like no other, and her commitment to her players touched countless lives. So pleased to be a part of this great event. I'm Tim Howard, coming up with your play-by-play this time around. It's going to be the greatness. How do you like that?
Yeah, easy with those words there, Tim. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we stop and think about, before we get to the tip,
yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about Coach Budke. You got to be around him, worked with him,
yeah,
and know
him. You know, just a good man, dedicated to his craft, and that craft being a coach and caring about young people, and had a just able to evaluate talent, be able to put all the pieces together, and it shows by the banners hanging up on the wall over here to our left.
Good stuff.
Just, you know, he was able to take girls from all over the country, bring them in here, and produce champions.
Made a team, quite a team with several banners representing those teams. Yes. We should have a good one going on here. It's going to be Jones and Hill College as both teams are underway, and Tom going to give you the play-by-play, and I'll fill in with some analysis from here from time to time. I think one thing that jumps out off the screen at here with Jones and Hill College is basically, you know, both these teams just got to play relaxed.
Oh yeah,
get into the zone, feel comfortable, right, and do what you do best. Mm-hmm. And good things come from that. Oh, now I'm not sure who she was throwing that.
I don't know either. That ball sailed out of bounds. There's a turnover.
Cardinal country up there. looking for the cheerleaders who normally fill that up here with the 100+ cheerleaders here at Trinity Valley. So take it away, my friend. It's all yours.
All right, yeah. Jones with the ball here, around on the left side. Drive to the basket. Good defense there by the Rebels. The Rebels bringing it up on the right-hand side of the court.
It's a good closeout underneath there, wasn't it? Just cleared it out.
And Kaylee O'Neal with the 3 there for the Rebels.
Yeah, O'Neal really shot that with a lot of confidence.
Yes, she did. Didn't think twice about it. Down deep on the left side for Jones. Ball is off the mark. Hill brings it back up the left-hand side. Crossover into the middle. Back in the off the back of the rim. Jones with the rebound. Hunter with the rebound. She's got the ball over on the left-hand side of the court. Getting things set up.
Good ball movement here early on.
It is.
Just trying to find that open space.
Out to Hunter from 3, and it's good.
Yeah, that was a great shot from Hunter. Shalane Hunter, a 5'7" sophomore out of Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Rebels bring it down on the left hand, back over towards the center of the court. Kicks it back out. Sylvie on the drive there, couldn't make it go. Jones with the rebound, brings it down court, puts it up. Can't get it to go.
Well, that's unfortunate. They had a couple of good opportunities.
They sure did have a good couple of opportunities. Sylvie again with the drive. In and out. Couldn't get it to fall. Did draw the foul. Foul on number 1 of the Bobcats, LaFleur.
A couple of players from from Hill checking in, and as well for Jones getting those adjustments to the sneakers and the shorts.
Yeah, so Holly Sylvie at the free throw line for the Rebels of Hill College. First one is up and no good.
Well, those free throws can make you or break you.
They
We
can.
saw it in that
They
last
can.
game. It really, really cost Hines. They could have been right there at the end with a shot, but missed so many free throws. It never gave them a shot in the.
Second shot is up. She puts that one in. Lady Bobcats bring it up across midcourt. Pass around to the right. Lost control of it, turned it over there. The Rebels will have the ball coming back down court.
Good energy, good presence, defense, and just making things happen. Tom, how did you let me forget to ask Coach Faulkner about those cool shoes they're wearing?
I don't know.
See, those,
yeah, we need
just
to
get a redo on that.
we do. Yeah.
I know I told you yesterday on here, I was like, as soon as I said those are cool, they're not cool anymore, but I still love them.
Oh, yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
I think even I could play ball in those.
I don't know about that. Well, I could wear a pair, but I don't know that I could play ball anymore.
It's not going to help.
Sylvie's back at the line for the Rebels.
Need to convert here.
She makes it on the first one. One more to come.
Second point of the game for Wells. See if she can add to it here with another one.
In and out. Off the 21 of the Rebels, that's Maya Ross. She couldn't hang on to it under the basket. Bobcats will inbound.
Looking over that roster for Hill, they represent Houston, Fort Worth, Waco, Dallas, Houston, Waco, and Metz Bronx.
And Metz Bronx is right.
So, I mean, there's some Texans and someone from France.
You know, we learned some things a while ago when we were talking to
Coach Brooks.
Coach Brooks from our Coach Faulkner from the Bobcats, and that they have a conference rule, no more than I believe she said 4 recruits outside of the state of Mississippi. So when you look at their rosters, they're loaded with Mississippi girls, and that's the reason why.
That's a good point there. Only 4.
The Bobcats unable to convert on that possession. Rebels bring it down. Maya Ross with the ball.
Good defense. Just goes on the floor right there.
Bobcats take it down. Can't get it to go. Baseball pass down court over the head of 22. That throw, she couldn't get her hands on it.
Going back to what Coach Brooks shared with us about Hill, a lot of youth on their team. And we're getting a chance to maybe see a little bit of that.
She said she only had 1 returner.
1 returner.
Yeah.
So all these.
So a really young squad out there.
Growing up kind of in front of her eyes. But it's starting to click. You can see the wheels and the gears starting to shift. Oh, she was able to keep that 1 foot on the ground. I thought for a second they were going to get her for a step, but she kept it on just
turnover there by the Bobcats. The floor couldn't quite control it underneath the basket.
Pretty evenly matched thus far. 2-point game here with 5:21 to go in the first.
Yep. Sylvie bringing the ball up court for the Rebels.
Nice drive.
Sidney McKinney on the drive there for the Rebels. Puts it in, draws a foul. Opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, great job controlling her body, drawing the contact, and now a chance to finish it here.
Larissa Hubbard had the foul for the Bobcats. Can't get it to go. Bobcats bring it back down court in a hurry.
Trying to pick up that pace.
Shot was no good. The Rebels bring it back again. Sylvia again bringing the ball up court for the Rebels. Brings it around to the left side. Rose passes it over to the right side, back to Sylvie. Shot clock's down to 3. She gets it off, no good. Shot clock violation on the Rebels.
We're gonna have a timeout. Looks like here, full media timeout. So with 4:26 to go, it's Hill off to a 4-point advantage over Jones. We'll step away. More coming up after this here from the Budke Serna Classic on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine & Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine & Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
Hill getting off to that quick start. They got a 4-point advantage here, Tom. They are talking about it in that Jones huddle.
Yes, they are. They are making some adjustments there, getting ready to start again here. Jones inbounds the ball. LaFleur bringing it up court for the Bobcats. Brings it around to the right side, brought back around to the middle, over to the left side. Down deep to number 10.
Great flash to the basket.
Larissa Hubbard puts it in for 2 for the Bobcats.
Just knew right where she wanted to be on the floor. Caught it and delivered it.
Yep. Rebels with the ball around to the right side, driving deep. Off the backboard, no good. Kick ball.
I think they're going to catch Stovall with that.
No, the turnover on the Bobcats.
One of the best games ever known to man, kickball.
Kickball.
I mean, not in basketball,
How
but
many of us
in the
grew up on
corporate.
kickball in elementary school?
Didn't want to mention it, but I was all district and senior in kickball.
All district in kickball, all right. Lady Rebels unable to convert on that possession. Bobcats bringing it back up court. LaFleur handling the ball out front for the Bobcats. In deep to LaFleur. A little nice give and go there.
That really was. Great pass. Y'all, the floor finishing. Tied it up, 7 apiece.
Rebels ball down deep on the right side, back out front. Pass over to the deep left corner. Ross with the ball out front. Takes the shot, short. Goes out of bounds off the Rebels' last touching it.
Ross was looking for a foul there, and I don't blame her, man. A lot of contact.
A lot of contact on that play.
May have felt like she initiated that contact, and so they didn't make the call, but she definitely
Larissa Hubbard inbounds to LaFleur, brings it down to the right side, back to the front. Drive to the basket by Hubbard is no good. Rebels bring it up court. Sylvie with the ball out front.
Well, they controlled the boards on that trip there.
They did. Josephine Babu with the putback for the Rebels. Our score now, Hill 9, Jones 7. Ball out front for the Bobcats, around to the left side. Back to the front. There it is. Nice pass to 22. Asia Wilson couldn't convert, did draw the foul underneath the basket.
I believe that foul is actually going to be on Lee Rose. Let's see, actually 23, my apologies. So Jackson Sanders, Precious Jackson Sanders out of Houston draws the foul, or commits the foul. I'll get it right eventually, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a, this is only what the 4, 5, this is the 6th game we've done in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man, if you like hoops, you love college basketball, women's college basketball, this is the place to be around here.
That's correct.
We've had so many.
Wilson makes the second shot of her 3 throws.
And I think I love that as much as anything, just kind of the getting to hear about some of the inspirations of how tight these coaches are with one another.
Yep.
Yeah, we're competitors on off the floor, but, you know, we learn from each other. We help each other.
Right.
Good rivalries.
Sydney McKinney with the 2 for the Rebels.
That's a good basket. Yes. They needed that.
Jones brings it up.
Tried to tie it.
Hunter on the 3-point. Didn't go. Bobcats maintain control of the ball.
Shaylin Hunter got another gear, man.
LaFleur on the drive to the basket, couldn't get it to go. Drew the foul. Foul's on 21, Ross.
Going back to that sequence with Hunter, she had that long 3, trucked it all the way over in the corner, and then was about to shimmy on into the paint. Thought better of it, but man, she just quick kid.
Very. LaFleur gets the second one to go.
Back to a 2-point ball game here.
2-point ball game, that's right. Rebels bring the ball up court. Down to the right-hand side, drives in underneath. Up, no good.
Good battle underneath.
Bobcats get the rebound, bring it up court. Deep pass, off the bottom of the rim, but on the backboard there.
Coach Brooks not happy with that call.
No. Foul is on Rebels, number 12, McKinney. At the line for the Bobcats, number 22, Asia Wilson.
Up and down the floor. Here's a good look at it. Whew. Pretty quick.
Wilson can't get the first one to go down.
I'm telling you, these free throws are.
Oh, man, yeah. There's a reason why they call them free throws.
I'm telling you.
And, yeah, you got to take advantage of them. Gets the second one through.
1-point ball game.
1-point ball game. Hill up 11-10.
We
Just
looked
less
at
than
this
a minute to go here in this first period.
We looked at this one early on, and we said, man, this is going to be a pretty evenly matched game. So far, it's holding true.
It's holding true. Turnover there by the Rebels. Wilson bringing it up court. Pass off to the right, number 5. That Stovall puts it in for 2. Jones goes up by 1.
That ball could not make its mind up, could it?
It went around the world there several times before it decided to fall in. Another turnover. Jones brings it up. 18 seconds left in the first period. LaFleur out front with it, looking to drive in. Can't find an opening. Cross-court pass. Number 5 puts it up. No good. Out of bounds. 2.5 seconds left in the first period. Say it went off the Rebels last, so Jones will
should get a good look
maintain
at
possession.
You got 2.5.
2.5 seconds. There is opportunity to get a
ball underneath.
Ball underneath, or have something set out and just in the hand. There it is.
Boom.
And got it. Yeah, LaFleur comes driving underneath, gets the pass, puts it in for 2, and draws a foul.
I want to also mention Hubbard and the patience. You know, she's counting in her head a 5 count and lets that play develop all the way out. Had to be getting really nervous there, but got it off just in time.
And LaFleur puts in the free throw, so did make it a 3-point play. And that's the end of the first period. Our score, Jones 15, Hill 11.
So quick break here. We'll step away. More after this from the Budke Serna Classic here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you. our communities, our businesses, our families.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
it's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
Welcome back, day 2, game 2 of the Budke Serna Classic. Tim Howard along with Tom Sherham, and joined right now by Coach Alex Wiggs and Three Rivers head coach. Congrats on that win last night.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, very impressive out there, Coach. Yeah, looked good.
Why are y'all ranked number 4 in the nation and not number 1? Y'all look good, man.
Well,
explain that to us.
Look good.
Said that facetiously. Yeah, very impressive out there on the court last night.
So when you got things rolling and it's going the right way, I mean, we talked yesterday off air. You got a lot of your players back.
Yeah, we have 12 returners off of last year's team, off of an Elite 8 run. We do have a couple of injuries off of those 2 or 12 that came back, which are big for us. But the girls are starting to, kind of, even though we have 12 returners, it's a lot of kind of new roles, kind of new things that we're asking of people. And the girls have done a really good job, up to this point in the year of buying in and kind of accepting their new role.
I'm just glad.
Turnover there by the Rebels.
Yeah, all the way. That's an easy game. I'm just glad we're on speaking terms after last year, because I mean, when you guys left, it wasn't the result I think that y'all were anticipating. That fourth quarter, that was a crazy game, and I'm going somewhere with this, obviously. First of all, thanks for the class act. I was kidding with you, of course, but that game last year, it was one of those games that just in a quarter it dissipated. How, as a coach, how do you deal with that in life in general, in game out scenarios? Because it's probably a very teachable moment.
Yeah, and last year we had 14 new players. So we only had 2 returners last year, and really learned a lot from this game. You've got to take advantage of the opportunities that you're given, because even though how that fourth quarter went, we still have some layups, we still have some free throws, and you've just got to, like I said, take advantage of those opportunities and kind of capitalize. Like this is our first true road game of the year, and so I'm excited to see kind of how we've grown from last year, and then kind of just where we're at as a team.
Where would you say you guys are as a team right now, early in the season?
Like I told you, we have 12 returners, but we lost a second-team All-American last year, and so just trying to figure out, tough to replace. And she was the kid that took those big-time shots, that had those big-time moments, and I think that's what we're trying to figure out right now. We just got Brittany Wells back, who got hurt in January last year. Just got her back. This will be her, I believe, 4th game back, and so still trying to figure that out, and that's what makes it fun, makes it fun seeing the girls grow. Our post players have put in the work this postseason, and have worked and have gotten a lot better, and so again, it's just trying to figure out kind of the roles and where everybody's at, and I'm excited the progress we've made since week 1.
The coach coming over here, Tim mentioned there about the game last year, and I know that's probably might be on your mind a little bit, and maybe your girls that were here last year might be on their mind a little bit. But is there something else that you want to take out of this tournament coming over here? For you as a coach and for them as players.
The biggest thing is just the experience. We have, this will be our 3rd ranked team of the season so far. We've had Wabash, Shelton State, now we're down here. And it's just playing at that high level, and that's the biggest thing we've got to take away, because as I've listened to your guys' podcast, and as you guys say, this is Trinity Valley, this is the premier, cream of the crop, so to speak, and so it just gives us that experience that we've got to know that we come in here and we compete. We do what we're supposed to do. It gives us a hope that, hey, we can make a postseason run and we can have a chance at the end of the season. And it shows us that, again, they're so well coached. And playing these teams that we don't see, playing Paris yesterday, playing Trinity today, teams that we don't see, and it's good for us to kind of learn the scout in 24 hours and kind of go about it that way, and just growing up as a team.
Right.
Coach Alex Wiggs joining us here as we got a second. I'd love to know, how do you prepare your team? Can you for those high pressure situations, is there a secret? Is there a way, or does it just have to happen organically?
You know, I think one thing that we do is, it doesn't matter if we're down 20, up 20, just those expectations every single day. And I think if you hold the team to that standard, hold them to those expectations every single day, then that will prepare them for big-time moments. Because, like, whenever you're up 20, if you demand those excellence, then whenever it's a tight ball game, then guess what? They're going to be used to executing and being in those moments. And I think that's one thing that we do a really good job of, is just kind of demanding that every day, every game, no matter what the score is, and just coming here and being, you can't really know it unless you get in it, and that's why we make the haul down to Texas every Thanksgiving, or the last 2 years anyways, to get that experience.
Yeah, we heard that from Coach Ivy yesterday. We were talking, and she said, it doesn't matter whether we're up 18 or down 18. My coaching's going to be the same.
Yes.
Going to expect the same, and want to make certain that the players understand that it's going to be the same regardless of where we're at in the game, and that sounds like what your philosophy is as well.
Coach, as a guy on top of your game and just doing really well in the sport, who are some of those coaches or influences that were part of your life that you look back to now and go, man, I really learned a lot from him, her, them? Talk about that. And when did you know, I want to be a coach?
I was blessed, starting out at an early age. My high school coaches were really, really influential, in my life. Yeah. And so really, like I said, it started early. Like, I always loved it. I went to college. I thought I wanted to be a pharmacist. Okay. I worked in a pharmacy for about 6 years. Got my bachelor's in chemistry. Okay. And decided that I missed the game and wanted to get back in the game. Wow. And Jay Spoonhauer gave me my first job, actually up at Moberly Area Community College. And then, his dad, Charlie Spoonhauer, one of the great coaches. And then Chad Killinger gave me my first opportunity on the women's side. I've just been blessed, though, with people who have, kind of a different route here. Wasn't a big time, played NAIA basketball and did all that stuff. And so just kind of been around some great people, great influence that taught me hard work, and that's what it comes down
is there,
to.
For hard work? Is there a substitute? I don't think there is.
No, there's really not.
And that's something there, Coach, that's come up in nearly all the interviews that we've done with you guys that are coaches.
I was going to say, that's
weekend.
A commonality I've noticed.
The hard work, and I teach here at Trinity Valley, and I see with my students some things that are different with the generation that we're working with. It's not what I'm older than you and come from a different backgrounds and all that, but we do see some things that are quite a bit different with this generation, and I'm sure that as a coach, that has to play into the way that you work with these young people and the way that you handle them. And what I mean by that is developing those relationships.
I was just about to say, that is the key. They've got to know that you care. They got to know that you love them, and that you've got their best interest at heart. Yeah. And if you do those things, and gain their trust, gain their respect, then they're going to do anything you ask and run through a wall for you.
So at the 4:03 mark here in the second, I always love to get that in-game scenario when I've got a coach sitting beside me. If you had the whistle and you're down 12. What's your philosophy right now? You're no panic in your game, or you just hey, let's talk us through that?
It's one of those that it depends on the shots. It depends on what we're getting offensively and kind of how they're scoring defensively. On the offensive end, if we're getting our shots and we're just not making them, then there's not too much panic setting in. Now, if they're getting after us and we're not getting our shots, then it's okay. Hey, what adjustments can we make? What other sets? What other options do we have in our offense to counter what they're doing defensively? And then on the defensive end, also it's what are we giving up? Are we giving up straight line drives? Are we giving up offensive rebounds?
If they're just on fire, that's a lot different. If you're hand in the face defense, and you can live with that, but if it's a lack of being in the right spot, that kind of thing, it totally changes.
Yeah, it changes it. They've been to the free throw line quite a bit, so that's one of those things like, hey, we've got to guard without fouling. We've got to prevent straight line drives. We always talk about first, second rotations. Those are easy to make.
Yeah.
What separates good teams from great teams is that third, fourth, fifth effort. On the defensive end, and finishing a play, finishing a play.
That's one thing we noticed yesterday with your group is that you were able to make that wholesale change, 5 in and 5 out.
That's a nice.
And there was very little change in the quality of the play on the court. And I don't the tournament here named after Coach Kurt Budke and Miranda Serna, but Coach Budke was a guy when he was here. He could make that wholesale change, and there was no, the quality of play didn't drop off.
Yeah, and that's what we're big on.
And we could tell that yesterday watching your squad out there on the floor.
Talk about recruiting a little bit. How difficult is it, especially nowadays with, we were talking a little bit yesterday at some point about, 4-year schools. It's not uncommon for a player to be here a year, they're out, they're in somewhere else. How has that impacted you guys in the JUCO level?
And we have girls right now, who are 1 year, first year playing and all that stuff that's getting those opportunities. And it's I leave it up to them. I honestly do, because I want what's best for these kids.
Sure.
I want them to have a good experience. 3 things that we preach: we're gonna get an education. Number 2 is we're gonna give back to the community, and number 3 is we're gonna win a lot of basketball games. And so we're gonna have fun doing it.
I like that.
And so in those 3 things, though, you get kids that kind of fall in love. Fall in love with the culture, fall in love with we preach it's bigger than you, and that's why we can bring. We've got 5 that's there that can play. They can play at a lot of schools across the country, but they've bought into, hey, no matter if you get 5 minutes or if you get 25 minutes, what do you do with your minutes? And I think that helps us out, and then the recruiting side of, like you said, like just know that we support them. Like I said, if they want to leave after 1 year, then hey, I want you to be happy. I want you to do what's best for you, do what's best for your family, and at the end of the day, I will support you, because our goal is to get them to that 4-year level. That's our goal, is to get them to that 4-year level.
That's great stuff, Coach.
And 50 left here in the second period. Jones is extended to 39 to 18.
Well,
Coach, I got a question for you. Tell us about your conference. We're not very familiar with y'all's conference up there, so give us some insight.
Yeah, so we're in Region 16. So our conference/region is Mineral Area, Moberly Area Community College, State Fair, and then Crowder College.
Okay.
So and then us. So we've got 5 teams in our league. The last several years, I guess not the last 2, but us and Moberly have been 2 teams that have been at the top that have both gone on to the national tournament the last few years. Mineral Area has been really good as well. State Fair finished runner-up last year. So it's one of those things that we've got a couple new coaches in the region this year.
Right.
But it's a tough region. We play each other 3 times. So 4th time with the region tournament. So you really get to know each other, and you've got to be on top of your game as players and coaches to make those adjustments and add those wrinkles into your season.
Right.
I know we're probably getting close to getting into your time here before we have to let you go, but How tough is it to recruit against a state fair, man? Who doesn't want to go to a state fair? Tom is trying to get me to leave the broadcast now to go to the state fair. Corn dogs and funnel cakes and the whole night. Coach, it's been a pleasure, man, and we wish you nothing but the best. And today, we know at 4 o'clock it'll be game face on, everybody going at it, and it'll be a lot of fun. But thank you for what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Well,
that says a lot about you as an individual.
I know our fans really appreciate what you guys do. We have a men's tournament going on back home as well, which we have quite a few fans here this weekend.
That's good.
But our fans really appreciate you guys and what you guys do.
We're glad y'all are here, and we'll wish you luck, but you know what color we wear. So.
Yep. Well,
flash the logo.
That's right. But no, we appreciate what you do. Not only for women's basketball, man. It's changed a lot over the years, and getting it out there and letting people see how good it is and how exciting, how competitive it is. We can't thank you guys enough.
It's going to be a fun one this afternoon.
Yes,
good
sir.
luck the rest of the way, sir. As always, you got a seat here, and hey, look, making an appearance. It's the whatever, guys.
There's an inside joke.
It is an inside joke. There he is. He's smiling at us now. He moves around the arena.
Okay.
So with 21 seconds left, talk us through your next little bit. What are y'all doing, getting ready for this game? And I know that at halftime they're going to be shooting. They're going to be doing that, but what's that speech going to be getting ready? Hey, remember what happened here last year?
Yeah.
We're not going to let that happen again, that kind of thing.
And not really, because you've got to remember, but also it's about the moment. We talked about all the time, be present, be where your feet are.
Yeah.
And right now we can't go back and change anything. Be where your feet are. Yeah, you've got to remember the past, but also there's nothing we can do. Like, I hope to be in that situation again. I hope to be in that situation where we have a chance to win at the end of this game. And then also it's going to be. Guys, it's going to be a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
They're going to throw punches. We're going to throw punches, and it's who's going to
do?
Who's going to have the endurance to handle those punches, to take those punches, and who's going to be tough enough to get that done. And that's what I'm excited about, because I love somebody asked me, like, why would you come down here and play Trinity? I'm like, why would I not want to? Like, I'm traveling. We're traveling.
End of the year, right?
We're traveling 8 hours.
Yeah, everybody's a little more experienced down the road, getting ready for the national tournament.
Exactly.
There will be I don't know if the game's going to happen. Okay, they did get both balls out
I was about to say, I didn't know if we could jump up there and get those out of the net or not. I was a little concerned.
I can't. Not after Thanksgiving. Coach, it's been a pleasure. That's Alex Wiggs. He is the head coach.
You. Good luck to you the rest of the season.
Three Rivers Lady Raiders, and good luck to you guys.
Thank
all
you
the way,
guys.
all the way,
Thank
man.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Best of luck, and stay safe on the way home.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll get to break here. Tom, any parting thoughts before we go to break here?
Well, we were sitting here visiting with Coach Wiggs, and Jones just turned it on in that second period, and here we are at the end of the second period, 43-19 Jones, and man, they turned it on. They hadn't looked back.
They had another gear.
They had another gear. They found it, and they stayed in it.
Found another gear. One thing I love about the opportunity to talk to coaches is, yeah, we may go a little bit away from play-by-play, but there's a great graphics team. There's a great camera work. They're putting that up there for you, and trying to give you another little angle. Oh, okay, now the next game
all right, Tim,
is
ready
canceled,
for you now.
unless we can get those 3 balls out of the. I'm telling you, Tom, go jump up to them.
Yeah.
Just show a picture like I'm going to leave the broadcast set, go dunk
I'll
it.
just put it this way, Tim. 50 years ago, I might could have hung on the bottom of the net.
I'll tell you this. When I was in high school, there was a saying that said this: stay out of the rim. They would look at me and they would say, stay out of the net.
Stay out of the net. That's
all I got to say about that. We'll take a quick timeout. We got more coming up after this. We're going to get a chance to hear from the assistant head coach from Trinity Valley, Coach Scott. Looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Good.
And we got to hear from Precious Ivy earlier in the tournament. Going to get to hear from Coach Scott, the assistant head coach here at Trinity Valley on the Cardinal Sports Network. Stay tuned.
I don't do this just to make a living. It's in our blood, really. I want to be the greatest that's ever done it. I'm hungry for bronc riding, I love it. And I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
Are you looking for a school with a champion mindset? Look no further than Trinity Valley Community College, the home of champions. Become a part of a community where excellence is the norm. A school that provides nationally accredited programs, award-winning groups, vibrant life, and dedicated support. We are ready to start you on your path to success. Become a Cardinal champion today by applying at apply.tvcc.edu.
At Cowboy Headquarters, we have everything for your small house or a large ranch. Our team can help you with supplies or expertise. We carry the top line of tools like Milwaukee, Steel, and DeWalt. We have boots, jeans, hats, and all the accessories, and a full gun counter. The thing at Cowboy Headquarters that we're most proud of, though, is the level of service that we'll give you, like things used to be. If you need it, we have it.
Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you. 'Cause that's all that really matters in the end. Find somewhere you can come home to. Find someone that'll die for you. 'Cause it's all that really matters in the end. It's love, love, Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you. 'Cause that's all that really matters in the end. Find somewhere you can come home to.
I was a runner. I was up to running 3 miles a day every morning. When I was diagnosed with lung cancer, I was shocked because I'm not a smoker. Baylor, Scott and White, the facility, the staff, everyone has been so amazing. I love the fact that I can breathe.
When I first heard that I had cancer, I was referred to Baylor, Scott and White immediately. It was really important for me to be able to get my chemotherapy and everything here because I wanted to be close to my friends, my family. They were so confident and made me feel at ease and supported me. I felt like I was their only patient, and I knew they had several people that they were dealing with, but I was the most important person.
I had like a week of headaches. Throughout that week, I went to my local hospital. They referred me to Baylor, Scott and White. They gave me an MRI. The tumor that was inside of my head was cancer. Baylor, Scott and White has given me this new technology that helps decrease the growth rate of my cancer cells. The doctor I have right now, he's just amazing. It's a great feeling to know the guy who's taking care of me actually really cares about me.
Baylor, Scott and White Health, changing cancer care for life.
I wish I could tell you this life is easy, that you'll never know defeat. And every run you make will be perfect. But there's a difference between wanting something and making it happen. Passion, practice, these are the keys to success. If you want to lead this life.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
I can get my satisfaction.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out, touch what was once just in your imagination.
You know, here at First State Bank, we're not just about opening accounts or getting loans. We're about community, whether that's sponsoring local events, donating to nonprofits, or volunteering hundreds of hours. It comes down to the fact that we're local money working for you, local people. For over 80 years, we've been helping Texans build their homes, their businesses, and their dreams. With 7 convenient locations, there's always a branch around the corner. So come say hi and get to know us. First State Bank, where community matters.
What you heard, it's what you hearing. It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing, listen. X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop pop out from stainless steel. Go hard getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make the mother wonder if you did it. Damn right, and I do it again. Cause I am.
Your team leaves everything on the field. They play with heart and with their mind. But being smart starts long before the kickoff. With the latest technology, sports medicine advancements, expert physicians, we can keep your team healthy and protect joints and growing bones for this big moment and their future on any field. Physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
it's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
And set for the second half to begin. Jones on top of Hill here in game 2 of day 2 of the Budke Serna Classic. I'm Tim Howard here with your play-by-play. It's Tom Sharon.
All right, Tim. Looks like that.
And you touched on this one.
Go ahead.
About Hill and just they weren't quite ready for what Jones brought out.
No,
they just came alive.
Yeah, Jones has the first possession here.
See if they can get things going where they left off.
Yeah, it's
They are looking forward to a chance to visit with Coach Scott, the assistant head coach with Trinity Valley here at some point here in the second half. Looking forward to that.
Ball back out front to LaFleur, drives up the middle, puts it up for 2, is good. Sylvie bringing the ball up for the Rebels. Here's it around to the left side, back around the center court.
Good drive on that baseline.
Good drive, yeah, back to Ross. Puts it up. That's a 3 for Ross.
Come on in here, Coach. Welcome, welcome. Let you get hooked up here, and then we'll dive in.
Jones ball here, LaFleur on the right side. Tim, go ahead.
Well, I want to introduce you to Coach Scott. I don't want to mess up your name. I'm going to let you say it. Is it Tarnisha?
It is Tarnisha. Yes.
Tarnisha Scott.
Okay.
Welcome to the set. We're glad to have you here, and I'm just glad to get to pick your brain a little bit here as we go to a timeout here. Jones on top of Hill in a big way. It's a 23-point lead, and during this break, and as long as you can stay, you're welcome to stay and bend our ear. But tell us about yourself and how you ended up in the Valley and how you liking things, and just give that big, warm Athens welcome.
Awesome. So this is my 13th year coaching college basketball. I've known Coach P for a while now, probably for about 9 of those years.
Yeah.
So we met a long, long time ago. I believe she was at Tyler as an assistant when we first met. And we just kind of stayed in touch, you know. Coaching is a small community, so when you can build those connections and those bonds, you know, you try to keep in touch with people and keep those strong networks. So my past 3 years before coming to Trinity Valley, I was a head coach at Ottawa University in Kansas. And just, like I said, always kept in touch with Coach P. And I have a lot of strong roots in Texas, and I expressed to her an interest in wanting to get back south and wanting to get back to Texas. And
south as in warmer weather, huh? Kansas is those very balmy, warm, hot weather, winter weather. Of course.
Yeah. How cold was it this morning, Tim?
Oh, man, it was cold enough for me. But, yeah, Kansas. So talk about how you got into when did you fall in love with basketball? Early age? Did you always want to be a coach? Tell us about it.
Oh, wow. I fell in love with basketball, yes, at an early age. I would say maybe about 10 or 11. Started playing in the backyard. I'm originally from Arkansas, so, you know, we played on the concrete, in the dirt, in the grass, didn't matter, you know. So, absolutely. So fell in love with basketball quite some time ago.
Fantastic. So they're down 23 at this point. I always love hearing coaches' philosophies. And, you know, Coach P told us yesterday, you know, Tom, I coach the same whether we're high or whether we're low. Is that kind of your brand? Is that kind of your philosophy? Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think you have to be consistent, right? And the kids need consistency. So you got to demand a certain level of excellence from them no matter what's happening with the game, right? And you got to make sure that we maintain some level of discipline. So I think that in games, especially when you get up by a lot, kids seem to, you know, get a little lax and relax a little bit. So you kind of got to keep your foot on them and make sure that we're sticking to our standards.
Talk about high-pressure scenarios, and, you know, obviously in your time of coaching before here and here and even this afternoon, it's going to be one of those high, intense games, you know.
Yeah.
How do y'all prepare for those things and create those opportunities?
Absolutely. Well, preparation for games like today, it doesn't start when you're getting ready to play the game, right?
Lacing it up.
Right. That starts like in August, you know.
Absolutely.
So you have to be in shape for one, right? You have to make sure that each day in practice you're creating an environment that is a pressure environment that creates some mental toughness, and throw some different things at your kids along the way, you know, so that when you get to these opportunities and these moments to play the fourth-ranked team in the country, that your kids are prepared. You know, I think our team is prepared for any moment. I think it's going to be a fun time today.
I do too.
So, Coach, what do you, as an assistant here at Trinity Valley and being here at this tournament, what are you wanting to take away from it? You as a coach.
Absolutely. This was my first time coaching junior college basketball. So I think being here with Coach Ivy has presented a different perspective for me. At junior college, the turnover is so high, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm used to having kids for maybe 3-4 years, sometimes 5, you know.
Yeah, different world here.
Yeah. So just having them for a short amount of time, you got to get to it, and you got to get to it fast, you know. So a lot of the things that we're trying to teach the kids, I'm learning how to do it faster, you know. So I'm working on some different things and just trying to make sure that we're staying on top of them. But it's been fun. It's been a good ride being here so far.
Well, good.
How do you balance, you know, being a coach, being a role model, being, you know, a disciplinarian? How do you, you know, it's got to be a fine line, right? Because you can't necessarily crush, but at the same time, there's times you got to be the heavy. And so it's, how do y'all do that? How do y'all manage? It's got to be a difficult road to hoe.
It is a little therapy, a little prayer, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's a balance. It really is, and it's about, I think, when you've been doing this for a while, it's about knowing when, you know, when to really be rah-rah and when to kind of, you know, take a step back and let them try to figure some things out. And I think that we have a really good balanced staff, that we've done a good job of knowing that. But it is a balance, you know, because sometimes you got to create those relationships. And if you can create good relationships with the players, then I think that they'll buy in, you know, and they'll listen to you, and they'll go out and work hard for you.
Is there one particular critical skill that you're looking for in a player? I know y'all are always recruiting, always be recruiting, right? I mean, you're always looking and seeing. Is there one thing that just jumps out off the tape, off the film, that you're like, that's something we got to have?
Oh man, listen, I'm over defense. So if I go to a game and I see a kid, you know, talking on defense and active on defense, and they're diving on the floor for loose balls, you want that kid.
That turns the key for
you. You want that kid.
Got you.
Let me tell you, that's not something you can coach. That's something that comes deep within them already, and you want that kid.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Tom, you got anything over there? I feel like I'm dominating the conversation.
No,
I'm learning so much.
I'm listening here and learning from Coach Scott as well. So if you had to make a comparison between yourself and Coach Ivy, and if she's listening right now, I'm sure that she's not going to be upset here, but just give us some things that may be a little difference between the two of you, maybe in coaching perspective or anything.
You can get me in trouble here.
No. I'll take up for you. I'll take up for you.
He's trying to stir a pot.
No, I'm not trying to stir the pot. I just like to know what, you know.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Because it does take it takes everybody pulling the rope, and we all have different strengths and different weaknesses. That's good. Good question.
You kind of gave us an insight there. You said you were over the defensive side of the ball, and so is that your strong suit?
Yeah, absolutely. That is a great question. But I think to your point, I'm very defensive minded. I'm preaching discipline, you know. And Coach Ivy, she controls the offense, you know. And I praise her all the time. I think her end of the game situations are phenomenal. And I'm just like, I don't care how many points we score, we got to get a stop, you know. So, you know, we can be scoring and everybody's excited, and I'm like, sprint back on defense, you know. You know.
Tim and I have mentioned it several times in the last day and a half here about defense produces offense.
Sure.
And so that's interesting, the philosophies there, and you taking on which I'm sure that most of these coaches are doing that type of thing, where one is working one side of the ball and another working the other side. But it sounds like it's a great fit. I hope it is.
No, it is. It is. It's a really good fit. I think we balance each other out well. I think we have moments when we're in practice. If she's getting after them, then I'm gonna take a step back. And then sometimes if they make me really mad on defense and I'm getting after them, then she's like, hey, you got it, you know. So no, I think it is. I think it's a great fit.
Well, what is the most important lesson that you've learned personally as a coach through your career, that if you'll take us back, and there's been some memories probably that jump out? It's like, man, I'd love to hear that.
Oh man, great question. I've learned a lot of lessons over the years. One, I would say, is that you got to be fluid. You know, you got to stay flexible, especially with this young group. They're changing all the time. You know, and so I think as a coach, you can't just say, you know, hey, it's my way or the highway. I think with these kids, sometimes you got to be fluid. You know, and you got to adjust to the style and the culture, because that's changing a lot. And I think we have to meet them where they are and coach them hard, you know. And I think if you do that, like I said, I think you'll get more buy-in from them.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot through my short time in a classroom. Just that looking at a student, you can't paint with broad strokes, right? I mean, you can't be like, oh, well, I know how this goes, because we don't necessarily know. And so I tend to agree with you on that for sure. Well, it's a 30-point ball game here. This thing got out of hand.
Yeah,
kind of reminds me a little bit of the Cardinals and how they're able to put their stamp on things sometimes.
Coach, I was going to tell you, excuse me, Tim, I teach here at Trinity Valley as well. I teach welding here.
Okay,
and so you were talking about the students and the group, the young people that we work with today. It's much different than it was 10, 15 years ago. And I think that it is a challenge for all of us that are in education business. And so I applaud you for willing to step up and do the job that you're doing. And being a part of young people's lives. And as we were talking to Coach Precious yesterday, you know, I told her, I said, you know, her presence on campus is known. And she doesn't just, it's not, you know, her life is not all right here in this building.
Right.
And I think that it's that we as educators have to be mindful of that and be willing to step up and do what we need to do when we can. And I don't know if you've been around Dr. Morrison, our president, just a whole lot, but his philosophy is that too, is that we need to step up and be what we're supposed to be as educators and role models for them. And it sounds like, and I firmly believe that if Precious has got you here, then you're going to fall into that category as well. And I thank you for the job that you do.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And right back at you.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a tough task.
Yeah, we may not be in the same building and doing the same top job, but we're in the same business.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Hey, I want to follow up real quick on what a positive experience is for defense. So I got the defensive coordinator here, so to speak.
Yeah.
What makes you happy at the end of the game? Like, because you kind of touched on it. Hey, we got a big play to get back on the defense. But at the end of the night, what are the matrix? What's the metrics, the numbers that you want to see to say, hey, we've had a good night. You know, we got it done. What can I look at and be like, Coach is happy with that. she feeling pretty good. Or is it an individual game by game kind of thing?
It's not an individual game by game. I think that we have to be consistent with a few things on defense. I think one, if we're communicating well, right? If we're communicating, our defense is going to be pretty good, you know, because it's just hard to play defense without talking, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I think if you're communicating, when we get the correct rotations, when our rotations are really good, I applaud that. And we try to keep teams 10 points under their average. Okay. So if that's like something that you're looking for, like on a box score, right, then you can look at that and know, hey, it was a good day.
Yeah.
And
what about an individual player? They come in, they're the one. You know, y'all look at them and say, all right, they're going to get theirs, or we're gonna deny them the ball. They're not going to get average on us at all tonight. Is that 10 under for the team overall? How do you attack that?
For sure. Well, so that's 10 under for the team overall, but we also do personnel scouts, right? So we want to make players uncomfortable. Yeah. So we don't want players coming in and doing whatever their strong suit is, right? Sure. Yeah. We want them to be operating in their weaknesses. And if we can keep them doing that, then we feel really good about the game.
I feel really good about the game right now. I feel like I'm lacing them up, Coach. I'm lacing them up. Thank you so much for your time, man. This third period went by way too fast, but we are thoroughly happy that you're here along with Coach. Y'all seem like y'all making a good team, and we're excited about the future.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
It is. Nice meeting you,
All
Coach.
Right, you too. Thank you.
Coach Scott, the assistant head coach, along with Tom and Tim here, will give her a chance to step away on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. And a great ball game coming up here in a little bit, Tom. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't either. It's going to be a good one. Unfortunately, this one that's happening right here on the court has gotten away from Hill. 38-point lead.
Make it a 40.
Make it a 40-point lead.
going into the end of the third.
Yeah.
So hats off to, if you just tuned in, that's assistant head coach Tamisha Scott, and her first year here, and love the connection with Coach P, and you know they're going to have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, play that back. I want to see what you said, and but you know you've got to have a great team to build a great team, and they sound like they have that.
I believe so. You know, I would think that Coach Ivy is
excited about the future.
Yeah, excited about the future, and I hope that Coach Scott is too. And very pleasant lady, and look forward to seeing her around campus more and getting to know her better.
It's going to be a interesting ball game. That'll tip at 4 o'clock, and we'll get back on the air for that around 3:50. Of course, this is all dependent on this one. We still got the fourth quarter coming up. We'll keep it right here and jump into the fourth quarter with Tom Sherham and the play-by-play. I'm Tim Howard. Benny Rogers will be joining us soon on assignment this weekend. The assignment, get better, friend. We want you back in the saddle.
That's right.
And
need you to get better.
Need you to feel better soon. And how about this environment though? The last couple of days, it's been fun weekend
it's been
of
a
basketball.
great weekend. Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. Enjoyed being here with you, and hope that I've contributed some to the broadcast.
Man, absolutely.
Well,
you ain't getting away now. There's a reason that luck is down there by your ankle. You got you chained to the desk
chained to the floor.
Starting this fourth, here's Tom. Let him get back to some play-by-play for you.
He'll feed the ball underneath. 22 puts it up, can't get it to go. Jones with the rebound, brought up court by number 12. Drives hard to the bucket. Believes going to be out of bounds on Hill.
Yeah, I think just went off her left knee.
I think so.
What I was talking about a while ago with Coach Scott was when we looked up, I mean, boom, like that.
It was,
they have that extra gear.
They blew it open quick.
And Trinity Valley has that same kind of ability, even more so at times where we've been able to see them really just annihilate an opponent once they get in the zone. Bam, 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 and here you go. Jones having a great afternoon.
Hill with the ball, bringing it around to the front. We got another traveling call on 22. Tylin Lee Rose turned it over there, so Bobcats will inbound the ball. Harrison bringing it up court for the Bobcats, brings it around the left side, back around the center to number 5, Stovall. Off to the right, back to Stovall, center, around to the left. Off the rim.
Couldn't control it.
Couldn't control it. Ball was off of number 10, Hubbard there, of the Bobcats. So Hill inbound.
So the under 9 to go in this ball game here, and and then you're going to have 2 more ball games in the Budke Serna Classic. Man, this thing.
Sylvie on the drive there for the Rebels, gets fouled under the basket.
This thing is
Foul number 12 of the Bobcats.
This thing is just kind of proven to be, it grows every year. Life with it comes all of the great honors and times to remember and observe. And then, as we've heard from several coaches over the last couple of days, some of the things that they took away from Coach Budke himself directly or someone from someone.
Right.
And you just love that because gone but never forgotten.
Never forgotten.
Never, ever forgotten. So,
looking out here on the court right now for the Bobcats, number 7, Shaylin Hunter, still on the court. She's got 19 points in the game.
Wow.
Still playing hard.
Yeah.
We talked yesterday about the leader, the general, the quarterback, whatever you want to call him. She is it for the Bobcats.
She's all
got
of
the
that
ball in her hands right now.
Yeah, she's something. I mean, I touched on it earlier, man, on that 3 that was errant, but she tracked it down on the far
tracked
corner.
it down from the far corner.
And probably
Sylvie
could
on the hard drive, can't get it in.
Probably
Look
could
at
have.
Hunter there with that kind of roller pass along the court. up to number 5, Stovall. She puts it in for the basket.
Stovall, nice strong hands there to get the finish.
Yeah, that's 15 for her.
Well, they got a loaded deck there, 19 and 15, 14 on the floor as well. So just between those 3 players, they're racking up some points. Makes for a tough day for the opponent, which speaks volumes for Trinity Valley and how they handled them yesterday. Final score in that one, 84-53. So Trinity Valley beat Jones by 31 yesterday.
Right.
I think Jones coming out with a little extra today. Wanted to get that out of there. Get that out of there.
Make a good showing, and they're doing it.
Yeah, they're playing really well. Good, strong afternoon.
Sylvie at the line for the Rebels makes the first one.
Going back to Hill and just the challenges that they're facing, we had a chance to talk earlier with Coach, and she said, you know, we're still figuring it out. We got, I think she said 12, I don't have it in front of me, 12 of her 14 were freshmen.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to figure out.
And if I'm not mistaken, she said of those other 2, only one of them is playing right now.
Yeah.
I believe one of them had an injury.
So that's a lot.
That's got to be a challenge. Yeah. Had a travel there by Sylvie. Couldn't get them to quit moving in time.
Wouldn't be surprised to see several of these teams make a trip to
could be
to Lubbock by the time it's all said and done.
Yep.
Well, actually, the national tournament. Wyoming, that's right.
Yeah.
No longer in Lubbock. It's been a year ago. I blinked.
Hubbard there drives it in, puts it up for the Bobcats for 2. 74-34, 40-point difference in the game right now. 7:12 left on the clock.
Nice answer.
12 there. McKinney hits a 3 for the Rebels. The Rebels did not quit. They're still playing.
Oh, that was
underneath 22. Couldn't get it to go. That was Asia Wilson. Rebels bring it back down court.
Making her work.
Yeah,
Coach Scott were here. She would be excited, I think, about what she's seeing there.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Off the glass, Sylvie with the 3.
Sylvie's like, you know what? I'm going to go tap that glass, put that through.
Yep.
They just keep hitting.
That's 11 for her on the day. Stovall handling the ball for the Bobcats right now. Driving to the middle of the lane. It puts it up. No good. Rebound by 15 of the Rebels. That's Vebu. Sylvie with the ball, driving towards the bucket. Puts it up off the glass and in.
Yeah, that was a good drive right there. Blew past the defender, and Sylvie showing that she's got another gear.
Carolyn Domingo Gary for the Bobcats bringing the ball up court.
Little arm bar out top.
Yeah, inside to number 10. Hubbard couldn't get the shot to fall. Hill brings it back down court. Steal there by Hunter, number 7. She puts it in for 2.
Man, she showed a little bit of everything with that. Got the knock away and then put the burst.
Speed. Yep.
Yeah, and the finish.
Listen to Coach Brooks over here. Telling her defense what she wants. Sylvie with the ball out past the 3, in and out, no good. Hunter with the ball, bringing it up the right side for the Bobcats.
Inside 5 minutes to go in this one here. If you're Hill on the end of this, just try to finish this thing out. Find some positives to build on.
That's right. Ball bouncing around, and finally Hill comes up with it. Sylvie bringing it down the right side for the Rebels. Letting her teammates get down and get set up.
Not quite there on the shot.
McKinney there tried the 3 and couldn't get it to go.
Have a timeout here as we get to the 4:26 mark. It's all Jones all afternoon. We'll step away. More after this from the Budke Serna Classic. It's day 2 here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
At Cowboy headquarters, we have everything for your small house or a large ranch. Our team can help you with supplies or expertise. We carry the top line of tools like Milwaukee, Steel, and DeWalt. We have boots, jeans, hats, and all the accessories, and a full gun counter. The thing at Cowboy headquarters that we're most proud of, though, is the level of service that we'll give you, like things used to be. If you need it, we have it.
Long before the craving hit you, when nothing else will do but Texas barbecue, we were way ahead of you. Dickey's Barbecue Pit satisfies your craving, delivered where you want it, when you want it. Order online or use our app. Dickey's delivers.
Welcome back, everybody. The Budke Serna Classic here at Cardinal Gym, campus of Trinity Valley Community College. 4:26 left here in the game between Jones and Hill. Jones up with a substantial lead, 76-42.
Great shot of those banners there as you, you know, think about the Budke Serna Classic. My goodness, Kurt Budke, Miranda Serna, and what they've been able to accomplish through their time here.
Just the 3 for the Bobcats.
An amazing feat that was accomplished and will not be forgotten anytime soon.
No. That's Hunter's 24th point on the day. She has put on a show here for the Bobcats.
Big bucket there. It's been a while for Hill, so you'll take them any way you can get them right now.
Right.
And it may not seem like a huge deal, but you know, you never know. A couple of buckets for a young player, what that can do for them over the next few months.
Right.
A few weeks that would lead into months. So.
Build that confidence.
Absolutely.
Sylvie bringing the ball up court for the Rebels. Bringing it around to the left side, looking to make a drive. Nothing there. Pass over to 22. Back out to Sylvie from the left corner. Tries the 3, is no good. Rebound by the Rebels. Back out to Sylvie on the left side. Another 3. Off again, big time. Ball goes out of bounds.
Starting to see that frustration mount a little bit. You know, you preach it, you coach it. That, hey, don't tip your hand. But sometimes, boy, frustrating afternoon will just, it all goes out the window with a couple of poses.
Bobcats with the ball down low, can't get it to go.
Good defense.
Finally, Rebels get the rebound, bringing it up court. Number 32, O'Neal.
Yeah, it's got a great play down in the paint there to just establish yourself and stop the offense down low.
Pass out to the far left to Sylvie. She stepped over the line, turned the ball over. So with 2:44 left here in the 4th period of this game, it's Jones 79, Hill 44. Hubbard there with the 3-point attempt, no good. Rebels control the rebound down court to Sylvie underneath. She puts it in for 2.
I think it's a little different scenario. That might have drew a whistle one way or the other, but you know, in this situation, a 33-point game 2 minutes ago, kind of an inadvertent contact. You let that one go.
Yeah,
just let that go.
Referees know that
Sure, Tom. It's literally it was literally the good hands award.
Yeah.
Didn't even spill the water. Impressive.
Impressive.
Nicely done. Nicely done. 2 minutes to go here, and Cardinals coming up next. That's going to be a fun with Three Rivers.
It's going to be.
Trinity Valley.
It's going to be. Tylynn Lee Rose puts it in for the Rebels for 2. 78-49 with 1:45 left in the game.
I don't know.
Bobcats, tried the underneath pass there to 22. Asia Wilson, she couldn't control it. Goes out of bounds.
I don't know if Asia's face gave it away or not, but
Sylvie with the, we got a foul on the floor. Foul on number 5 of the Bobcats. That's Stovall. Entering for the Bobcats, number 1, LaFleur.
So
with
with
a minute and a half left.
Yeah, this is a minute and a half to you and me, but it might be a minute and a half that can make or break a couple of these youngsters' season. You know, like this shot here for 3. Just give her a little confidence. The putback, just
Put back by Sylvie.
Yeah, Sylvie says, I'm still
That's
playing.
17 for her today. She's still playing, is right.
Difference maker. Difference maker.
Playing on defense, too. She just shut down the middle of the court there.
Yeah.
Against the Bobcat.
Long 3.
No good. Goes out of bounds. And Sylvia again bringing the ball up the court for the Rebels. We're under a minute now to play in the game. Bring the ball around to the right side. 3-point attempt by 32. O'Neal is no good. And you guessed it, Sylvie with the rebound.
Sylvie.
Couldn't get it to go in. Downhill pass for the Bobcats. Cross court to 22. And Wilson puts it in.
Tell you, Asia Wilson playing some strong opportunities there. That gives her 16.
16 on the day for Asia Wilson.
Yeah, 16, 15, 24, 8, and 16 points represented on the floor right now.
Right.
That's a strong afternoon.
Strong, yeah. 31-point differential here in between the two schools, but Jones with the rebound, pass down to 5. Slow it down.
Yeah, Stovall says, let me just dribble out. No, they're going to go to
Hubbard.
basket.
No good.
7.6 to go, and they whistle, so going to have a foul. Jones going to the free throw line.
Yeah. Foul was on Jackson Sanders of the Rebels.
Oh, actually,
ball, yeah,
underneath. My bad.
Get it into number 5, puts it up in. That's Stovall for the 2. This will do it right here, I believe. We're down to less than a second, and it expires. Our final, Jones 83, Hill 50.
83-50 the final, and congrats to Jones getting it done here.
Yep.
I want to invite you to stick around. Actually, we will log off and bring you back for a fun one this afternoon.
Yeah. If you've been waiting on a game to watch, this is it coming up. Trinity Valley Lady Cards and Three Rivers Lady Raiders.
I'm excited about it, and I think everyone that's going to be playing is ready to go too.
I think so too. So the coaches are, and these young ladies, as we talked about the game last year in Trinity Valley, had a strong comeback to take the win, and it's still on the mind of Three Rivers.
Yeah, Three Rivers with 12 of 14 players back from last year.
Yeah.
Trinity Valley with 1 player back. So we'll see how things shape up. Don't miss it. It's coming up here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
I don't do this just